Start with a press conference. National President, would like to facilitate our Honorable Rajya Sabha MP, Anil Ekre. Would like to felicitate our National General Secretary, Afaq Ahmad Khan. Would like to felicitate our Amrit Mandalji, Honorable MP of Lok Sabha. Would like to felicitate our Honorable MP, Poslamdar Umar. Would like to felicitate our National General Secretary, Ars Pardal Singh Ji. Now I would like to give
our leader, Lothaji, has briefed you. We are here with 3 Lok Sabha MPs, 1 Rajya Sabha MP, altogether 4 MPs, with 2 General Secretaries of the party. And we are here just to assess the situation in Nagaland, because Nagaland is long pending demands for peace in Nagaland is pending, and it has not been resolved. And most of the peoples wants peace in Nagaland, and as well as we also want peace in Nagaland. So just to study and know the long pending demand of peace in Nagaland, we have come here to assess the situation and to hear the views of different organizations, social organizations, NGO. And we are hearing it. Before this pre-press meet, we have heard 2 of them. And after this press meet also, we will hear views of 2, 3 or more NGOs and the civil societies. So just I wanted to brief you that this is a long pending demand of Nagaland. And we want a permanent solution, a long lasting solution of this issue. It has to be addressed. If it is not addressed properly, it's not possible. And that is the reason that for last several years it has not been resolved. In the election, it was committed in 2018 election. There was a commitment to the peoples of Nagaland that this election is for solution, election for solution. But after completion, I think 5 years, almost 5 years is going to be completed, and no solution has come. And the role of state government is very vital in this regard. And so far, I think that the role of the state government has become like a messenger, collecting information, sending to the other party and bringing information from there and bringing here. So this is not the role of the state government, because ultimately the state government has to act for the peace in Nagaland. And what we feel that state government is not doing properly, not handling it properly. Ultimately, the 2000 election was for the state government. And then this was the commitment that election for solution. And that solution has not come. So naturally the peoples of Nagaland feels betrayed, because they believed on this commitment and they voted for the state government. And the peace process was started in 1960s, when Leader Jayaprakash Narayan, later on he became Lok Nayak Jayaprakash Narayan. After the 74 movement, he was named as Lok Nayak, most popular mass leader of the country. So he started the peace process. He intensively visited Nagaland, gathered information. It was a 3-man committee headed by him. He camped here for long. He assessed the situation. He gave situation. And we will raise it in Parliament, we will analyze it. And after analyzing it, we will raise the issue so that final, permanent, long-lasting peace is restored in the Nagaland. Because everybody in Nagaland also wants peace. And it can be done only by good governance, like our Chief Minister Nitish Kumarji has done. So the good governance can only give a result to this problem. So this is our motive to come to Nagaland. I have briefed that, and just I want to say in last and only thing I want to say, that if you want, Jayaprakash Narayan JP is very popular in Nagaland. Everybody respects him. And if everybody respects him, the tribute, real tribute to Jayaprakash Narayan will be if we reach a permanent and long-lasting solution of Nagaland, and that is the peace in Nagaland. So this is the motive with which we have come here. We have assessed the situation, we are assessing the situation. We will go back and we will analyze, and whatever we can do, we will do that. That's from my side. If you want any question, you can may ask.
Is that feasible? And secondly, can demand of flag and constitution be possible?
So far, our visit to the Fizo's graveyard, he was father of the nation, and he was very respectable. Everybody respects him, even the overground or the underground. Both the peoples respects him. And just to pay respect to the departed soul and show our solidarity with the Nagas, we had been there. And the second thing which you asked, that as I have said earlier, that every stakeholders, every groups, everyone should be consulted for final agreement, for reaching on final agreement point. So far our stand is concerned, you all must be knowing that the when 370 was abrogation bill for 370, we opposed it. We strongly opposed it. It's on record. We opposed the Teen Talaq bill in Parliament. Even today, we are opposing the Common Civil Code because our view is that if you want to introduce a Common Civil Code in the country, you have to consult all the stakeholders that are Hindu, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, every stakeholders, every religion, every caste, every community, they all have their own culture. So you have to consult every stakeholders before coming to a conclusion of Common Civil Code. So this is our view.
But you said that you had opposed the 370, which was abrogated in Jammu Kashmir. So can this flag and constitution still be possible for the Naga people?
This, our state party unit is looking after this, and that I say that permanent solution can only be reached with taking into confidence to all the stakeholders, all the groups, all the political parties, because ultimately the political party is involved in this. And in Nagaland, you know that there is a government, opposition-less government here. There is no opposition. So opposition-less government. So even if you have a opposition-less government, you have to consult the opposition parties also in Nagaland and then come to a conclusion and final draft.
The work that was going solution for election for solution was going to by the then General Secretary, Mr. Ramadavji, who had come to Nagaland. Else, otherwise, all the other political parties were in favor that election should not be held. And JDU being an ally of the NDA government, what role do you expect to play? Because the honors to give solution is not with the state government. They are not privy to the talks as well. So you're saying that the state government have also not been playing their role properly. So what do you have to say on this?
No, I have said to you that we will raise it, we will analyze the situation, problems here. We will raise it in Parliament. Nobody can stop raising our voice in Parliament. We have a voice there. So we will raise it in Parliament and we will ask the Government of India to come to a conclusion after consulting all the stakeholders, all the political parties, all the groups in Nagaland, and come to a final conclusion.
Who are the CSOs that you intend to meet? Who are the CSOs? You have met already two, right?
Yeah, I have made
Who are
two.
the rest?
I have made two of them.